Earth, the tiny blue marble we call home. Navigating its vast oceans for millennia, alongside a multitude of creatures living beneath its surface, man's desire to explore, discover, and trade gave birth to the modern society we know today. South Africa, with its 3,000 kilometers of coastline, is the meeting place of the Atlantic, Indian, and Southern Oceans, its territorial waters 3 times larger than its landmass. With 8 commercial ports and 12 fishing harbors, it is no wonder that the oceans support 30% of the country's coastal population. But there is potential for the maritime economy to play a much larger role. Estimates show the country's waters have the potential to support a maritime industry that contributes up to 177 billion rand to the South African economy annually, and as much as 1 million direct jobs. By sustainably utilizing these living waters, we can add at least 4% a year to the gross domestic product and boost job creation. Helping to plot and steer the voyage of discovery to unlock the maritime economy's potential is the South African International Maritime Institute, SAIMI. SAIMI coordinates the skills development, education, training, and research needed to stimulate the growth of the blue economy in South Africa and the rest of Africa. The Institute is supported by the South African Maritime Safety Authority, the Department of Higher Education, and other government departments, the maritime industry and academic institutions, and the National Skills Fund. Based in Nelson Mandela Bay, the only city in South Africa with 2 commercial ports, SAIMI is uniquely positioned to stimulate and coordinate the research, education, and skills development needed to advance South Africa as a global leader in the sustainable use of maritime resources. The Institute fills a much-needed linking role between industry, education, and training institutions and government. On one hand, it helps to identify industry needs and opportunities, and on the other, it helps to meet those needs by facilitating the development of education and training programs that drive global competitiveness. SAIMI is a direct outcome of the South African government's Operation Phakisa program, which is growing the country's maritime economy. Plans to grow the blue economy depend on the availability of skilled people to implement them, along with a generation of knowledge and technological innovation that looks to the future. SAIMI works closely with post-school education institutions to coordinate blue economy-related research, teaching, and training, helping to steer the skills development needed to realize the Operation Phakisa objectives. In line with Operation Phakisa, there are 6 critical focus areas. They are marine transport and manufacturing, offshore oil and gas exploration, aquaculture, marine protection services and ocean governance, small harbors development, and coastal and marine tourism. Through its programs, SAIMI is contributing to all sectors of the blue economy, including shipbuilding, manufacturing, aquaculture, marine engineering, environmental protection, and the development of specialized skills in the fields of maritime law, commerce, and trade. SAIMI is responsible for managing South Africa's flagship training initiative, the National Cadet Program, which answers the global call for qualified professional mariners. It offers practical training and training berths, enabling students to obtain internationally recognized STCW qualifications and become globally sought-after seafarers. More than a dozen shipping lines are working in partnership with the National Cadet Program to offer training berths to South African seafaring cadets. We know relatively little about the oceans. Some 95% of the Big Blue remains unseen by human eyes, even though it covers 70% of the planet's surface. We know more about the heavens than the oceans, making them the last frontier for scientific exploration and study. It is a whole new world of opportunity. The South African International Maritime Institute. Join us in exploring the blue ocean's economy.